the summary of the statement made by the Muslim Association of Scholars that consists of over 100 scholars from 30 countries, including scholars from Gaza, Egypt, and other parts of the Muslim world. So this statement is as clear as it could be, and this is the response to many of your questions who are asking, what shall we do in this situation when Israel and Iran are fighting each other? So the words of Shaykh al-Islam ibn Taymiyyah, quoted by the Association of Muslim Scholars in English. This has always, and I quote, this has always been the way of the Rafida. They turn away from the Muslim community and instead align themselves with the Jews, Christians, and polytheists. In speech, allegiance, support, and even in fighting. Is there anyone more misguided than a people who oppose the earliest of the Muhajirun and Ansar, yet ally themselves with disbelievers and hypocrites? There is no group more filled with hypocrisy than the Rafida. In fact, there is not a single one among them except that he possesses some trait of hypocrisy. This is why the majority of Muslims regard them as a separate category altogether. Indeed, when Muslims fought them on the mountain by the coast of Asham, where they were openly spilling Muslim blood, stealing their wealth and committing highway robbery under the belief that it was a religious act, a group of Turkmen fought them. The Rafida began claiming, "We are Muslims," but the Turkmen replied, "No, you are a different species." Due to the purity of their hearts, they recognized that these people were truly a separate kind, distinct from the Muslims. Minhaj Sunnah by Shaykh al-Islam ibn Taymiyyah, Volume 3, page 374.
And here there's a comment at that.
So the scholars have added this note here. What Ibn Taymiyyah rahmatullahi alayhi described centuries ago has been reproduced in our own time, seen in its most heinous forms in Iraq, Syria, Yemen, Lebanon, and earlier in Afghanistan.
And that's what people don't realize, is that what was mentioned, we saw this in front of us, but people forgot that because of obviously what we saw. It's very difficult to see what's happening in Palestine, so they forgot that and people became happy. But that doesn't justify. And this is why this bayan, this statement is so, it's in the middle, it's balanced.
To avenge the injustices and brutality against the Palestinian people, in particular the people of Gaza, people have forgotten the crimes committed against the people of Syria very recently.
And that's what they're showing even here. And just a couple of months ago, it was happening, less than a year ago.
Yeah. So the scholars have given us this third point to consider in this regard. And I read the English translation. Do not be deceived by Iran's false slogans of resistance, nor by normalization with the Zionists. The Zionists is an open enemy, while the Rafida sectarian Shia is a disguised one. Both seek to destroy the Ummah. It is impermissible to ignore the crimes of one simply because he is